City just beat Philadelphia 89-78 in the
Wow.
Center court. Lopowski jumps against Utah, beat Philadelphia in a tough game Saturday night by 4, 93-89. And Memphis, by the way, beat OKC 92-80. They hit 24 of 25 free throws in that game. Ace Bailey to the rack early. Shot comes a little short. Baycott with the rebound. Cam Spencer a little slip.
Kind of a broken play on the first play for the Jazz.
Push it, score it, and the bucket by Baycott. G League for the hustle of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Baycott's one of those throwback bigs as well.
Sensabaugh has not lost to Sixers. No, he's shooting a career 39% in 103 games with Utah. Memphis swept by the wow, a little hard foul there. St. George before tip-off. That shot up and down. Nice stroke, Cam.
Assembled quickly.
Well, as a rookie, he shot 37% from downtown in 25 games. He's got it again. Low pass, picks it up and throws it in. Back-to-back triples by Spencer.
Yeah, it's always nice, too, when the plays are being run to get you open. Got a couple of options on him, but Cam Spencer, right place, right time.
Quick 8-3 start. Here's Filipowski, three-point ability, you bet. Pops it up short. Grizzlies hit the floor once, twice, and the ball finds its way to Wells. Spencer, heat check, 3 for 3. Timeout. You were into the draft for the Jazz. You had to do a lot of homework. I know you do that throughout the year, wherever you may be.
Yeah.
But the process had to be really intriguing.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I mean, when I was with the Celtics a month ago, we were drafted 28 and 30.
You saw as it pertains to trying to get the Jazz to that next level.
He's an adult. We can see it. We can see the complete game coming together in the future. And he's a great kid. He's working really hard. He's always got a smile on his face. So we're excited about him. Walt is a little different. He played 4 years of college and most outstanding player in the Final Four, and won a national championship. So, whoa, that was nice. That was a nice shot. So obviously Walt's a lot further along at 22 years old, but he's just an amazing shooter and has a good feel for the game and a great demeanor about him.
You know, Austin, you had to do a lot of business this week as well. You moved along 3.
Some of them were not exactly fitting in some of our youth movement, and they we're excited to explore other opportunities, and we wanted to get kind of the next page for us. Staff, Scott Moore.
Taken. With Collier, real quick. What do you see, and what would you like to see more of?
Yeah, so Isaiah is obviously, physically very gifted, strong, fast. He's a very good passer. He's working on his shooting, but we're trying to teach him to be the best passer and defender he can be at his position. And take care of the ball a little better will be another
long time. Did the finals with the Pacers and OKC send any kind of a message about the youth in this league and what can happen?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a little bit of a trend of they're calling the game a little different, Earl. They're letting us be a little more physical on defense, and you could really see it with those two teams, right? So they were up in everybody, every possession, and if that's the way we're going to call the game, which I personally enjoy, then we need to adjust as a franchise and as players.
And you got to have some high hopes.
Absolutely, and he's such a great kid and great worker. He's just going to keep getting better and better, and it's hard to be patient with these young guys, but it's just part of the process, and they're going to keep in any lineup, which every NBA team wants 5 or 6 of those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I tell you, it's an interesting time of year. You're settling in, so are the Jazz, and you're just looking for good things and growth.
Yeah, and part of the trade today, we will get a giant trade exception, not to get too in the weeds on salary cap. But they call it, in a myriad of ways.
Austin, can't thank you enough for coming by. I know
Yes,
it's been a whirlwind tour and a lot of show for the Utah Jazz now, making some tough picks. Ace Bailey was taken just, 10 days ago, Big T?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, number 5. And you also get a look at Walter Clayton Jr. tonight.
It's so great to talk to him, just to get Jazz Nation for the most part, but for those listening to understand kind of what just to see what these players hold for the future of this franchise.
At least Bailey treated us with a 3 just when
more physical. I like it as well. And the officials, they do a good job of controlling it for the most part, but
Jazz took him 29th in the 2020. And always watch the California Classic with the Lakers and the Spurs. Throw line. He's got 4 points in the quarter. Memphis assisted, don't forget, on their first 19 field goals on Saturday. Tonight they're 7 of 7 in that category. Backside rebound, Sensabaugh. Ball comes loose. Here's Wells, one hot to the rim, off the glass, tapped up, and Spencer at the line. Sensabaugh drops it via.
Some players just have a knack for things. Bryce Sensabaugh, about his ability to be able to score and not over dribble when he needs to and make a play.
Meshack had it for a moment. Picked up Sensabaugh, front court.
Hard-nosed defender. Also get you physical buckets. Thing for Lovering is just work on his footwork a little bit quicker on both ends defensively, and his reactions on the offensive side. This is a new level for him.
That trade was just completed.
Jazz having a difficult time getting the ball in bounds.
Fleming with a little step back fall away. Philandris Fleming Jr. out of Florida. Played in Germany last year. You can play, you can basically overseas, G League, NBA, inside. Drop it in for 2, and Lovering's on the board.
Losing where the ball was, just flips it right in over the rim.
Ace Bailey rushes into front court to the corner. Sensabaugh took 3:02 to play. Fast moving first quarter. They go to Sensabaugh just off his fingertips.
Not at all.
I'd say they welcome players here with open arms. Lovering lost that.
Picking up in that half court again like we saw him last night, but Jazz need to get in their sets, find some good looks.
Here's Filipowski. Spins baseline, shut down, double teamed, and he throws it away.
Jazz his 6th turnover.
Collier remains on the sideline, not available to come in. There's a shot, flip, struggled, lost it, throws it back to Memphis, and there's a foul. Down.
Thing for a young group is communication. Use your voice.
Right now, going fast. Get yours at NBAevents.com. 1 out of 2. Fleming Jr. Collier now back on the floor, running the show at the point. Sonogo hands it off to Harkless. He hits the floor.
Well, there's no doubt, guys, that it was the best years of my basketball career. You know, for me and the Foster family, we found a home. We played ball the right way. We were tough. I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. We still have a lot of incredible friends here. So,
well, it's good to see you back. You and I had a chance to play together.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely.
You know, as you've been around this league as a player, as a coach, as a scout, all the things you've done, you've seen this league evolve. It's a young league now.
Yeah.
Right? Talk about what you've seen, all this talent coming in.
Yeah, I guess, you know, someone said it to me earlier today that when we were young, people were talking about us and how different it was, and, you know, how different of kids we were, and so I'm always saying that, but it's just look at these guys when I was their age, they look nothing like that.
Me either.
I still don't. I don't think I ever did. So, but yeah, it's incredible. I'm looking at their bodies, and I mean, they're crazy mature.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always love coming back to visit. You know, we had a special culture, you know, before culture was really. And I think it's important that, you know, like you said, Quincy's doing a great job of getting guys back, keeping guys in the loop. you know, what everybody misses when they're done playing is that sense of locker room, that sense of fraternity. And so the franchises that they do the best job, and I'll just give a shout out to Pat Riley. He's always done a great job of building that thing that way. It's important.
Yeah, real quick, how many times did you two hear, bring your lunch pail to work?
You know, I was tired of hearing tuck your string. Hell of a hard worker. You know, there may have been some questions initially early on about that, but he works at it. He's going to be fine, and I think he's going to. I know there's some controversy about surrounding whether he wanted to be here or not, but he's going to love it here. You know, as I did, as you did, and we're all still here.
Yeah,
right?
we're here.
It's all good. Yeah.
What's your thoughts too on Filipowski? Big T. You know, we were intrigued with his size, his three-point ability, as Cody goes strong inside.
I'm sure he would have been able to finish like he did last year, like we just saw him. But I want to ask you about a guy like Walter Clayton Jr., because it seems nowadays if you decide to stay in college for a little longer, because this is a young league, it may hurt you a little bit. What are your thoughts there?
Well, you know, I think you're going to see that evolution change a little bit, T. It says, you know, because guys are staying, I think the NBA is going to get used to that. Now, you're always going to have the ultra. Might, you know, be lucky to be a second-round pick. I think because so many more guys are staying a little bit longer, we're going to see that change a little bit.
NIL, baby.
Here's Flip for three off the wing. Good look. Rebound. Nicely done. Ace. Step back, Jay.
Pretty shot.
Wow. Best I've seen in his 2 games.
And he earned that one. He let it come to him. Got a big offensive rebound. Second opportunity. Just a nice little fade on that jumper. Good defense there, too.
Yeah, Cody stepped right in front of that pass of G.G. Jackson. Tried to wrap it behind his back. Out front, Filipowski. Here's Harkless. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Elijah Strong. Start for Ace Bailey. Last year.
Definitely talented. Again, like a lot of players who have got to readjust and figure out the consistent role you're going to play defensively and on the offensive end.
Knocked down by Filipowski. He's got it back inside, left hand. Grabs it with his right, one bounce, puts it back up.
Yeah, because the defense has picked up, Bowler. They're a little more aggressive on the defensive side, and in turn, they get more aggressive on the other end.
Spencer.
Smooth right there.
Boy, he is so wicked. He's in the first quarter. He's got 13 in his pocket. He shot 37% from downtown last year as a rookie, and he is red hot in Salt Lake. There's Bailey down on the block. Turns, puts up a shot. Sweet, a little short, but a good stroke. And Cam Spencer comes out of the pack across midcourt.
Yeah, and that's a good decision by Ace Bailey to take that shot. He had daycare down there with the smaller Spencer on him.
There's Clayton Jr., rookie out of Florida. Try to go into traffic. Drop the handle. G.G. Jackson open for 3.
Getting up and down. Look at Cody Williams reciprocating with his own 2 on the dunk.
Just a little better pace than what we saw in that opening game.
Develop some kind of identity on both sides, right? Is it physicality on the defensive side, right? Is it execution on the offensive side?
Jones gave it a run to the rim. Around and out by the Gonzaga rookie. That shot skips off the rim. Under 5 to play in the first half. Cam Spencer wiggles loose. He'll take another 3 up and out. The putback, nicely done. Block taken away by Sanogo.
Great D.
Cross-court pass, catch and shoot. Ace
down. It was a chest-high release.
Got his first assist, Lauren Green.
Well, yeah, guys, you just saw that connection between Collier and Bailey, and that was a familiar face for Ace when he got drafted to the Utah Jazz. They go all the way back. He's a pass-first type point guard.
Wells strides inside, got another whistle. Memphis playing some tough defense, backcourt pressure. Jazz break it, Ace. Barely to the right. They connect again for the second time. Collier.
Spencer was trying a little break, but they're not going to listen to me.
No, they're not. Pulling against Cody. Gigi Jackson rolls to the rim. Out front, Jones. Pulling the bounce. 2 on the shot. Just got it away. And now Collier strides into front court. He's got a wicked first step. Ball strip. Jazz on an 8-1 run over the last 2 minutes. 3.5 to go before halftime. Spencer's been one of the big storylines. Knocking down triples, 14 in all. Jones up and out. Bailey climbs for the rebound. He's got 8 points in his pocket. That matches his point total in game 1. Sensabaugh takes his seat. Spencer. Possession, Utah. Here's Collier. Second year out of USC. Played alongside Bronny James. Dribbles between the legs. Takes a bump down low. A little dish to the corner. 3 balls away. This time Sensabaugh short. Spencer strides into front court. He'll lob it down low. And a give me a bunny at the rim. Rolled off the back edge by Jalen Wells. Utah the other way. And Collier will score it.
No whistle on that call. Isaiah Collier going downhill in a hurry.
Jackson picks up the miss.
Jazz defense getting it done right here.
Pulling. Cam Spencer deep. Got it.
Yeah, you cannot give him. He gets his feet assembled quickly and is so confident on that 3.
He's hit 5 of 6 from downtown. On a 17-point first half for Spencer in just 11 short minutes. Cody Williams squares up. Rims out. Got a loose ball.
Their calling card is this season. Because they can get buckets in the half court if they execute, but they've got to put pressure on the defense big on one side of the court. He can defend multiple positions. He can score on multiple positions.
Spencer open straightaway 3. There's a rare miss. Flip. 2-hand rebound. Collier turns on the speed. Oh, what a spin off Gigi Jackson on the bucket. Oh, put that.
I mean, going that fast, full speed to make that spin. Incredible move.
1, cut it to 6 at halftime. Now 3. Make that 4 with the 57-53 count. 9 minutes, just over 9 minutes of play in the third. Ace guarded by Jackson, puts up the shot, back to the rim, rebound, pulled down by Baycott. Pulling, that's a tough pass to make, picked off by Filipowski.
I like to see Ace in those kind of ISO situations, and he'll learn this as Bryce Sensabaugh stays.
You know, he looked at his feet, his makeup, and it's a 1-point game off the triple by Sensabaugh.
I was going to say Ace, maybe a couple of more dribbles to really get that defense to commit and then make a decision on a shot or a kick out.
Filipowski with another rebound.
Or foul.
Sensabaugh, left hand, drive it home, and the Jazz all the way back from 17 down.
Excellent execution on that play.
I think for Sensabaugh, too, that shot maybe also proves to him he's more than just a 3-point shooter. He can go inside. Memphis going cold. Another rebound, Filipowski, his 9th.
Good flip on that one.
Yeah, off half.
Got to be patient.
Jalen Wells drives underneath. Ball fell off the rim with a putback by Baycott. Jalen's missed his last 6 shots. He's 2 of 11 in this game, but Baycott puts it back in.
We'll give the Jazz credit. That defense has really kind of stymied him.
Good old pass, big man to cut Bailey. Jackson, 3 out front.
That's good patience right there. He got blitzed when he first touched the ball. Great answer.
Saturday night against the 76ers. Memphis by a bucket with possession. Breeze in the game against Oklahoma City. 3 more tonight.
Speaking of Wells, nice little rise and shoot there. Ooh. Saw it coming, Bowler.
Filipowski. Well, these teams are streaking up and down the floor at the moment. Jackson feeling it. That one jumps out. Bailey around the screen. A flip. There's a wicked pass down low. Double team. Sensabaugh tried to break it. Nice defense as Meshack stays on his belt. Brings it into front court. Here's Hinton. Corner 3. Wells. And Wells now has triples here in the quarter.
Grizzlies have really picked it up on the defensive end. Really getting into the Jazz. Seeing how far they can carry it. Again.
I was hearing it from Jay-Z and then when Austin joined, but I'm just super grateful for the opportunity to learn and to grow.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at your position last year, the stuff that you were already doing, traveling and scouting and things like that, how fun is it to just kind of build this roster? What did that process look like pre?
Just trying to sell Salt Lake City to these players because this is such a great city.
And what's it like, the collaborative process working with Jay-Z, or Justin Zanuck, for those who don't know, Austin Ainge, and the rest of the front office as well?
It's very collaborative. I try to pick everybody's brains that I can. And even on draft night, we were sharing the calls to these agents, just trying to sell Salt Lake City and to draw players to this city.
And I'm sure you're familiar with not only our draft players, but a lot of these players who are on the court with that process. But what do you see from guys like Walter Clayton Jr. or Ace Bailey in their second game in Summer League?
I just love how strength so early on in their career.
How important is it to draft those type of guys with that type of character to this Jazz team with what the Utah Jazz are trying to build?
It is one of our non-negotiables, and joining this, and there's a lot of growth a part of it. So that mental toughness definitely helps, but at the end of the day, they also have to be coachable and being able to learn and listen from our coaching staff. And so far, Ace and Walt has done a great job during practice, in the weight room, and then obviously it shows here on the court.
Definitely much for coming on, and congrats again.
Thank you for having me.
Fuller, back to you.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. Katie, thanks for your time. Salt Lake City Stars, that's where you get drafted now. T at 18, 19. What happens? You got to work your way up the ladder. Jazz see potential. They try to make sure they give you enough time to build.
Yeah, a lot of great stories have happened from the G League. A lot of.
Sensabaugh, 22 in his pocket, whips a pass to the corner. Harkless rises up. Good look from 3. Bailey and a crowd. Take it off. Oh, what a
Bowler. I know Ace gets a foul as he develops into just an amazing pro.
Cam Spencer off to Jones. Hits the 3.
Like the pace of this game, though. Both teams really doing a lot on both ends. Not worried about the half-court game as much as trying to get downhill on opportunity.
First bucket for Jones. He missed his first 4. Harkless needs some help. He's got Ace. Plenty of time. 11 on the shot. Rolls it to 10. He's working one-on-one against Meshack. Sends it off to Sensabaugh. Step back triple. Rebound Fleming. Lovering fills up the paint. Went inside left. Here's Lovering at the line. Little glass, banks open. It's in the 3 years at Colorado, 2 years here at Utah. Makes the first, misses the second, flips inside for the rebound.
Well, I know he's not in the game right now, but Ace Bailey, we talked about him doing the other things. 3 offensive rebounds, and even more importantly, he scored after all 3 of those offensive boards.
Really got a good taste, I think, this fan base.
Even more than anything else, it's about his hustle. It's about his motor.
Let's go to Lauren. More on Ace Bailey.
Well, yeah, guys, Ace is also learning a lot from some.
Here's the thing. You're not far removed from where these young players.
Like SGA, and things begin to click, and all of a sudden you're an NBA title winner.
Absolutely. And, you know, you talk about luck, and a lot of times, you know, that hard work and the fact that you gel on and off the court, that creates a lot of that good fortune for you. About connectivity.
Ball comes loose. Cody Williams picks it up. Harkless, one step inside. He's going to his way to the line. This is his 8th attempt. You know, people always ask, how do you get to be like SGA? How did KD do it? How does LeBron, Kobe? I mean, part of your game is just driving inside and you get to the stripe.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just because we know it's that 4th level. It's the game slows down for you, so you take advantage of everything you can. As Cody Williams misses one deep, but again, Ace Bailey to the rescue.
Just a bit short on that turn back jumper. Jackson short on the 3.
Just such hard work getting the second opportunity.
Memphis protecting a 4-point lead. Clayton Jr. Great steal. Drive it, tapped up and in by Filipowski.
Jr. is older. He's an older rookie. First of all, that makes him special. That makes him more poised. That makes them.
The traffic well, knocks down the first. Second one jumps off the rim.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Right, definitely helps. And we're not afraid of contact at all.
Puts up a 3. I mean, he drained it.
Beautiful.
That net didn't even
needing to make his voice and game heard after being quiet, and he's done it on the defensive end first, but that's a beautiful shot. Good reward for him. Wow.
That's just up on the rim. Jackson now with 21. Back, he goes double figures. Cody with 11. In fact, all 5 starters for the Jazz in this second Summer League game have scored in double figures. Led by Sensabaugh 22. Gigi Jackson leads with 21 for Memphis. He'll try another triple. Just a bit short, and a rebound to Harkless. .10-3 run to start the 4th. Make it 13-3. Ace Bailey.
Such a great asset for that young man. Having the plays called for him to get open. Comes right off that screen.
17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists to the 5th pick.
But Ace doing a nice job of staying focused here late in the game.
Clayton around the screen. Passes out to Harkless, knocked away. Out front, flip, wide open triple. Short, rebound, Spencer. Right place, right time. He'll push it to Hinton. Little Euro step inside, missed by Bacot. Rebound flip. Jazz, another possession up by 3. Sensabaugh checks in. Filipowski goes down for Utah.
Still have that mismatch.
Cody slides inside. Glass, beautiful move. We did not see much of that in his rookie season. And Memphis wants.
Of Cody. Well, one of the biggest focuses he told me this offseason is getting stronger. He says he feels stronger on the court and in the weight room. And the game is also really slowing down for him. He's just trying to take advantage of Summer League and play free. That was going to be an exciting play from the other young guys on the team. But he's been able to do that with these second-year players in his draft class, too. He's told me they've become closer. The core has been together all summer doing workouts. So, guys, I think that chemistry is helping Cody build some confidence, too.
No question about it.
The lead, Memphis took it back. And now the Jazz 91-86, under 6 to play in the 4th. Filipowski rolls inside, right to left, spins it up, ball's loose. Cam Spencer leaks it out. Easy bucket, Jalen Wells. Spencer, I think, trying to become more of a facilitator. He started 5 of 6. He's missed his last 5 shots, and he's pushing the ball down court.
Well, the Jazz are pushing him off that three-point line as well. Oh, for sure.
You know, and this young team's trying to learn.
You know, you can't. Well, you don't have enough time to sulk over it, because you got to jump back probably the next night for another game. You got to let it go and learn from it.
Memphis has been through that. They're trying to tweak it a bit right now. Three-point threat every time he touches the ball. He'll give it away to Meshack.
You saw the Jazz blitz him with Kyle Filipowski, get them off that line.
There's another blitz. Passes inside. Jalen Wells. Sensabaugh squares up. Jumper.
Oh, don't leave him open.
Clayton Jr. slow trot, now turns on the speed, fires a strike, corner is Sensabaugh. Oh, what a head fake. I mean, Bryce is just, there's a no panic zone with him. He just waited for it to open and he took advantage. Bryce Sensabaugh has hit now 6 of 9 from 3. Meshack. Sensabaugh leads all scorers with 25. G.G. Jackson 21. Bryce wants 3 more. Got a 2 for 2, 1 more.
The last couple of years, how he can score, but he needs to improve on that. He took that charge a little while ago, showing that he can do it on both sides.
Spencer wide open. Got the 3-touch back.
Mistake.
Cam had 17 at the half. That's his first score here in the second half of play. He's got 20 in his pocket. He had 14 opening night. Ball stripped out of the hands of Collier. Wanted a foul. We play on 3-on-1 break. Oh my, up top. G.G. Jackson.
Yeah, the defense is prevailing right now for Memphis, making the Jazz cough it up, capitalizing on the other end.
97-95, Utah by a bucket with the ball.
Making great effort.
Sensabaugh, terrific night as well with 28. He'll drive inside, takes on a double team, then he'll point game. First one's good. There it is, 30-point game.
Channeling his inner Walker Kessler right there, protecting the rim.
Picked up his first block of the night. He had a block against Philly Saturday. Jackson to work. Stop and go against Bailey. Double pumps, tries to go around the rook and does. That's a wicked move.
G.G. Jackson just so slippery and active. Wow. That's just a strength. Sensabaugh doing it outside and in.
Catch and shoot, triple. Jalen Wells. Yeah, what a finish. 102-100, under 2 to play.
Well, I never thought I'd be strapped in.
We're buckled up
over here
on a summer league night.
Summer league.
Fun game. Memphis dominated. Jazz did not.
Game.
I guess that's the best talking point there is. Look, Jalen is Jalen, Cody's Cody.
Yeah, he's learned a lot from his brother, but he's got his own identity. You can see it starting to come through.
Spencer sends the ball in a crowd with
the ball. So you can't keep doing the same thing.
First miss, and 33 for Sensabaugh. 6-point lead, 1:22 on the clock. There's Wells, runs in on Bailey. Wells now with 21. 4-point game. Big possession for the Jazz and even a bigger one for Memphis on the defensive side. There's Cody against Cam. Inside drive, and he'll shoot 2.
For 100 points.
About 10 minutes for Jazz has scored on 6 straight possessions. Williams now with 18. Wells on the drive is fouled. 22nd attempt for Memphis.
They're really disrupting a lot of what the Jazz were trying to run, and I think that switch really flipped into that second quarter. Jazz kind of gave Memphis a little bit their own medicine.
Pressure at half court. Clayton Jr. with the ball, drives on Pullen. He goes inside out. Cody free, up and out. Ball's loose. They're going to get makes here. Team makes it a 2-point game. Plenty of time. One more. Pushes and scores. This could tie it, and does.
Okay, you're making a 2-possession game now with that foul. You got to go quickly if you're Memphis.
Inside, tough shot. Takes a bounce off the back of the rim. Out of bounds. Pulling. Here's Spencer. 3, splash. Cam puts another one in his pocket. Downtown shot late. 6 of 9. Make that 7 of 10 now from downtown. Out. Here's Pullen out front. Clock runs down to 8, down to 7. Stolen. Senzaba, who was called for the try. He just broke this.
To get a look.
Jackson at the buzzer.
Look at Bryce.